Summer temperatures are here, and there hasn't been much rain recently. TV23 caught up with Cobb Water's Kathy Wynn to talk about the current drought conditions. Here's Kathy with more.
So right now, this area of the state is in what's considered abnormally dry conditions. For May, we're about 1.2 inches below for normal, and for the year, about 0.70 inches. The problem for us is really, when you look at the system as a whole, South Georgia is having a very severe drought, probably the most severe drought they have ever experienced. And why it impacts us is because they use the rivers and the lakes that we use for water supply to control the rivers that flow to the South Georgia to make sure that they can supply water for irrigation. So we have kind of a twofold concern. One, how our rivers will be managed to manage the drought in South Georgia, and actually the fact that we are getting drier and hotter in this region. So the climatologist is still on the fence as to where we'll be in terms of drought this summer, but we certainly are trending toward a much hotter and drier summer than we've seen since our last drought ended. So it means a lot of what you already know. We just want everybody to be mindful of the situation. I know that you're seeing plants, they're looking like they need much more water. The grass is looking like it needs much more water, and it probably does need some supplemental water. But the other thing we need to do is we need to be getting those plants and that grass ready for drought. And there's a simple way to do that, and it's tough love. You gotta cut the water back. Even though everything you're seeing says, water me more, water me more. We've got to drive the roots of those plants down deeper into the water. We have to make them look for water, because a deeply grounded and rooted plant is going to survive a climate event like this. If we make them weak and water dependent, keep their roots up at the surface by watering them every day, you're going to have a plant that can't make it through drought, especially if we have to start curtailing outdoor water use. So we just want people, especially with outdoor water use, to be mindful, to try to do the efficient things that we've been teaching them over and over for the past several years. As of right now, there haven't been any changes in regulation. But again, it's confusing because the rules changed in 2010. Everybody needs to remember watering is allowed 7 days a week, but it's not allowed during peak periods like right now. It's banned from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. You're losing more than 90% of the water that you put on plants to wind and evaporative loss when you water in the heat of the day. And even though you can water at 4, that is not an ideal time to water in Cobb. The best time to water, especially with an automated irrigation system, is around 4 a.m. That's the peak of dew point. The ground is the most receptive to water, and you're going to lose the least to evaporation and wind drift. So you're going to make the most out of that water, you're going to make those plants work for that water, and you're going to be more efficient. Why pay water and sewer rates for water that's just going up in the air and not even reaching your plants? For more information, you can always call the Water Efficiency Office at 770-419-6244 or watch cobbwater.org for updates.